Drop the
morning.
microphone.
Hi.
We brought you here because I want to borrow some money. Apparently, I have a lot of it.
What's your Venmo?
Tony, that was the first I ever heard out of you, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, caught me up, caught short on that. I want to talk about this new project. These two new, are they stations or channels?
Yes, there are two new channels with SiriusXM. Since the inception of when I started Call Her Daddy, I've always wanted to give my audience more content. And with this partnership, I am now able to give them live shows every single day on SiriusXM. One is going to be a pop culture show. The other one is a call-in where you can ask me advice. You can tell me all your crazy stories, and I will be on the phone answering.
Live, no editing. If something happens in the
Love
world,
that.
you're talking.
Oh, we're live. You
Yes.
know what? I'm surprised Sirius is letting me do this, but I'm like, I think
not.
it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. And then I also have a music channel, Unwell Music, 24/7, curated by me.
Scott Greenstein, the big cheese over there, he knows what he's doing, but we have to say, hello, Father. Father's Day's come early. Because she says, Daddy Gang, that she is a founding father. And she said, this is your father speaking, so founding father. But I want to go back in time for just a second so people can see the badass that is Alex Cooper. Number one, cover of Forbes magazine, 30
Wow.
under 30. They put you on the cover for a reason. But when you first started, it's just you and your friend, and you're talking trash. It's very raunchy. It's very ratchet. It's all about sex and your sex lives. And then what's so fascinating to me is about how you've evolved, Alex.
Yep.
I remember talking to you when you got the Spotify deal for $60 million. We thought, whoa. And now you tell about your evolution.
Yeah. I mean, I think when I started Call Her Daddy, the genuine inception was just being a young woman in her 20s and talking about what was happening in my life. And I was talking mostly about my sex and my dating life because that is what my entire life was consumed by. And then as I've gotten older and I've grown up and I've had more experiences and I'm married now, like the show has just naturally evolved as I've evolved as a human being, as my audience has evolved. And I think that's why my audience is so loyal, is because I've met them every step of the way of where they've been growing up with me, essentially, and they've stuck by me, and I want to stick by them.
No, you've gotten married. You're a newlywed, you and Matt. It'll be a year.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'm curious, a year, what's your favorite sex position with Matt?
Oh,
my
what?
God, Gail! Are we allowed to talk about that?
Now, the reason why I'm doing that.
Our producer said no in our ear.
You're like, cut that, Gail. Gail, let me tell you.
No, the reason why I'm doing that is I'm making a point here because this is what Alex does on her show.
Yes.
She's gotten Katy Perry to talk about her love language. She got Hailey Bieber to talk about her favorite sex position. Simone Biles about her mental health. Amy Schumer, Megan Fox. Gwyneth Paltrow compared her exes. I'm amazed at the thing, and I did that facetiously because I know you.
I love it.
I knew you wouldn't answer it.
Keep
here.
it going, Gail.
No, but the thing is, what amazes me about you is that we're sitting there in those hooded sweatshirts, which makes everybody comfortable. You ask these raunchy questions, sprinkled in with a lot of smart, too.
Thank you.
And I'm wondering what the method is to your madness, how you're able to get people to talk the way
And
you
open
do.
up, right?
Yeah, and I mean that very serious. I mean it as a compliment.
No, I
to what you
appreciate
do.
that. I do ask a lot of the crazier questions that maybe we're not
It's
allowed
not
to talk about
crazy,
here
it's
today.
raunchy.
But I ask those questions but there's a lot that goes into it prior to that. I'm not asking that as the first question of the interview. I think there's like rapport that I build with these people. And yes, when I'm asking Gwyneth Paltrow, Brad, or Ben, it is a question we all want to know.
Yes.
But it's asked in the appropriate way at the right time. I'm reading the room. I'm being self-aware. Like, it's not like I'm making someone uncomfortable. And I think I've been interviewed a lot of times, and I can recognize when someone is not reading the room, and you're like, that was not an appropriate question to ask.
Exactly
I think that's what I take pride in, is making my audience feel comfortable and my guest feel comfortable.
And you do it very well.
And do you believe that we are in a better place listening to women open up about these things? Because at one point in time, everybody's shocked that women have locker room conversations too.
Oh my God, we have sex? Wait, what?
And talk about it?
Yes,
Right.
I think it has allowed so many women, from just the feedback that I've gotten from my audience, the Daddy Gang, they have just shared with me that it has allowed them to feel less shame around normal everyday things that we're all experiencing. So why can't we talk about it?
Right.
I think Call Her Daddy has been the place where people are like, if she can say that, then like mine is like a B- on
Right.
this scale. Like Alex is.
It helps
bringing all that
relationships
to the end.
too.
Yes.
Having that honesty.
I am so with you, Alex. I believe any question can be asked in the right tone, the right
Yep.
setting, as long as people understand. But you've also taken some heat when you interviewed Kamala Harris. Some of the members of the Daddy Gang were not pleased with you.
Yeah.
How do you handle criticism when it comes your way?
I mean, I always want to listen to my audience. Like, I'm never someone that's just like, I don't care. Like, I'm just going to do what I want. Like, I have literally built my entire brand off of going in lockstep with my audience. With that said, I think it's normal to have people question things that I'm doing, but I also am like, a view is a view, and it's okay if it's a hate view or a like view. I just look at it like, if they're talking about it, I'm making noise, I'm creating conversation, and that's all I want to do on Call Her Daddy. So I think I did my job.
And where did Call Her Daddy come from? I love the title.
Call Her Daddy, it was
I
just
love
like
it.
a reversal of like, why can men always be considered like the daddy, the boss, the one with like the money and the status? Why can't we also be daddy? So Call Her Daddy.
All right.
It's a great name. It's a great podcast. It's
You got
great
a big
empire.
Daddy Gang, and it's
an
only getting
empire.
bigger. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
people will get to see you on another platform because
Yeah.
you are a badass.
Thank you so much.
I'm nuts about you.
Thanks
Cheering
for
you
being
on
here.
always, Alex.
Thank you guys.
Always.